Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel Stewart. I'm a health coach and this is my main channel, Spend Smart Live Happy. So welcome. Thanks for checking in, guys. And today's video is my top medicinal herb picks for 2018 of some medicinal herbs that I'm going to be growing in my urban homestead garden and the reasons why. Now this video is a collaboration video that's being done with a bunch of really awesome YouTubers. I'm so honored to be a part of this video collaboration today. And the other channels that are participating, so you know, are Sarah from Living Traditions Homestead, Heidi with Rain Country, and Tessie from Homestead Tessie. You're going to find links to their channels below. Please go check out their channels, watch their medicinal herb videos, and see all the other great content that they have to offer. And don't forget to subscribe if you resonate with their message. If you are a new viewer and coming to my channel for the first time today, and you've come over from any of those other ladies' channels, please leave me a comment in the description box below and let me know where you came from and introduce yourself. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video today. And I'm going to put a link in the description box below, as well as at the end of this video, of a link to my new sub sampler list. It'll kind of just give you a taste and a flavor for the types of messages that I share here to see if they resonate with you, and if so, awesome sauce and welcome. And I really invite you and encourage you to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button so you stay updated on all my latest content, and please make sure you introduce yourself because I really love to meet you guys. So with that being said, the herbs that I am highlighting today, even though I'm going to be growing a lot of different types of herbs, particularly medicinal herbs in my homestead garden, I'm going to be highlighting 4 of them for you today. 4 medicinal herbs plants that I'm highlighting in today's video are blue skullcap and Mungulu Tree, as well as white sage and prickly pear cactus. So if those sound interesting to you, some of them might be totally new to you, then please keep watching so that you can hear why I have selected these herbs and what I'm using them for, as well as some additional uses and where these plants are found, where they can be grown, and some other specifics. So first I would like to tell you kind of a little bit of history, the 2 main factors, health related, that have pushed me this direction of wanting to really explore the realm of using medicinal herbs, creating my own tinctures and salves and medicines here in my home for both my own personal use as well as my family's. Now, if you are a longtime subscriber and viewer, you know my story of what happened with gluten and how sick I got. So I'm just going to recap briefly here for those of you who don't know that story. And if you're interested in learning more about that, you can check out some of my other videos that I've talked about the gluten-free journey I've been on. But what happened essentially was I got really sick a couple years ago. I was on my deathbed, fetal position, in bed for days, going 2, 3, 4 days at a time without eating any food because everything made me so sick. I had a pretty unpleasant experience over the course of about 4 months with the medical professionals that I was working with at the time. They ran every test under the sun. I racked up thousands of dollars in medical expenses above and beyond what the insurance was willing to cover. And it was really challenging. That whole experience rocked my world. It shifted my entire perception towards what I put in my body and my health and nutrition and exercise, just my diet and all of that. It really pushed me towards a more plant-based diet. It really was critical in my ramping up of working towards gardening and mastering that, because that's a lifelong journey, right? And so I really worked hard to gain new gardening skills so that I could prepare for this day when I could buy my first urban homestead and ultimately, hopefully, grow pretty much all my own food, majority of my food. So there was that. Now, the second main factor and push towards this journey of exploring the use of medicinal herbs is something that you guys are not familiar with, whether you're new or familiar with my channel. This is actually something that very few people in my life are even aware of. I am going to announce right now, share with you one of my deepest, darkest secrets that coworkers, friends, and even some family don't know. That is that I have been working with and dealing with the myriad of issues that come with my diagnosis of type 1 bipolar disorder. So I am not going to elaborate in depth about that journey here in this video because this video is about medicinal herb picks, but I felt it important to share with you that information so that we could then, I could explain to you some of the herbs that I've chosen here today and why, and you can understand their relevance. As well as if this is something that is of interest to you or something that you or a loved one deals with, hey guys, we need so much more education out there right now about mental health because it is, just like I'm announcing now for the first time, something that is kept hush-hush, swept under the rug, and there's a lot of people that are suffering silently, not getting the help that they need because people just don't like to talk about it. And I'm done being quiet. So I'm going to just keep it raw, real. That's what I like to do on this channel. I'm going to let it all loose because this is an integral part of both my personal journey as well as my professional journey in my health coaching business. So I would like to announce to you, if these are things that are of interest to you, to please stay tuned because in the upcoming days, I'm actually going to be launching and rolling out my brand new YouTube channel, which is all things mental health related, a celebration of mental health to help promote education, awareness, and pro-health. So also, if this is something you're interested in, it is something that I specialize in with my health coaching practice because I have essentially along my journey gotten myself to a point to where I am 100% medication free. I'm really proud to announce that I am 100% medication free from all antidepressants, mood stabilizers, antipsychotics, all of that. And I have learned to find balance in my life and treat myself holistically through the various practices of nutrition, exercise, spiritual practice, and other lifestyle type changes. So the herbs that I announced that I selected today, they have many purposes that even if you aren't dealing with or interested in mental health can still find benefit from these herbs. But in particular, the reason I chose them was mental health related. The first medicinal herb that I want to highlight is blue skullcap. Now this is a hardy perennial herb that is native to Southwest North America. And however, there are other varieties that have been used for centuries all over the world, including certain varieties that are known in ancient Chinese traditional medicine. However, I'm speaking specifically about blue skullcap, which is native to my part of the world, which here in Las Vegas, Nevada, is Southwest North America. And so skullcap has lots and lots of purposes to include it's anti-inflammatory and it can be used for headaches, migraines, treating insomnia. The Native Americans here in North America, they used it for lots of purposes, but in particular, they used it actually to help women's health issues, menstruation issues, to decrease pelvic pain, to increase just our flow of cycles and systems. And they actually even smoked it in for ceremonial purposes. However, some of the main reasons why I'm choosing to grow this medicinal herb is that it has been found to be both an anticonvulsant as well as anti-anxiety. It's great for calming the nerves and the muscles, which is why it can be used for headaches, migraines, insomnia, because it has a very good relaxing effect. Now, for anyone who is familiar with the treatment of mental health disorders, including, in particular bipolar disorder, it's very common to be treated with anticonvulsant drugs that they actually prescribe to people who deal with epilepsy, right? As well as mood stabilizers, as well as antipsychotics. So I was, in selecting my herbs for my garden that I wanted to use to treat my mental health symptoms, was looking for drugs that would produce those effects, right? But natural herbal choices. So I was looking for anticonvulsants, and multiple of the herbs I'm going over with you today serve that purpose. So that's great. And then also, you can use the blue skullcap in teas or tinctures. You also, I mean, like I said, the Native Americans even smoked it. So it has a lot of great value, and that's why I'm going to grow that plant. Now, the second one I'm going to grow, you probably haven't heard of, as most people in North America haven't, and that is the Mugu Tree, which is native to South America. It's also known as the coral flower tree because the flowers, they look like coral in the ocean. And this is a wonder tree. I mean, it has so many medicinal purposes. It's incredible. And this type of tree is particularly the hardiness zone. It's kind of like in the 9 to 12 range. You do have to have a kind of a particular climate to grow it in. It loves being grown in sandy or even like clay soils, which is what we have here in my area, Las Vegas, Nevada. We have really clay-rich soil. And it loves lots of sun. It's a very fast-growing tree. It can get like 30 to 50 feet high in both height and spread. And it starts from seed, will grow, I mean, within like germination and everything, within like 10 to 20 days. It's incredible and grows very fast. Now, traditionally, it's going to be the bark and the roots from this tree that are used. And it has, it is great for insomnia and mood stabilization. It's great to deal with blood pressure. It also, it can be used as an anticonvulsant, works as an antioxidant, and it's great for reducing anxiety. It actually has been used in helping people in dealing with withdrawal symptoms from nicotine and other types of heavy narcotics or drugs. And actually some other benefits to it as well is that it attracts hummingbirds like crazy, and that it also, it has these beautiful seeds that a lot of Aboriginal type people will use in making beautiful jewelry. So hey, stay tuned for that. I might be selling you guys some beautiful jewelry from my Mungulu Tree. It has also been found to work as an antimicrobial and be used to treat both throat and urinary type tract infections. So, really awesome plant. I've never grown it before, and I'm very excited about growing this tree, so stay tuned on that. I have ordered my seeds, and they're coming in the mail. The next herb that I want to highlight is white sage. And this is a type of sage you might not have heard of before if you live maybe on the East Coast or even, outside the United States. But it is native to California and Baja, Mexico, other kind of areas on the Southwest United States. So I'm very familiar with it, just from the region that I live in, as well as for the lifestyle that I live. Now, white sage doesn't have as many purposes as far as medicinally, like, treating infections or sores or things like that. What it is really awesome at treating is more on the kind of spiritual side. So here in the United States and Mexico, Native Americans, they traditionally primarily used white sage for smudging purposes. And if you don't know what that is, smudging is the burning of sacred herbs for spiritual use and cleansing. And I utilize white sage, burning of white sage, in a lot of my personal spiritual meditative practices. It's very much a spiritual use for me, and people can use it to cleanse the energy of their home, their space. Now, that might not be your cup of tea. I get that. It's not for everyone. I have kind of a very unique hybrid spiritual practice that incorporates, traditional religion as well as spirituality and other world religion and philosophy, as well as just my own personal unique belief system. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. However, you can use it, the leaves, in making a tea, and that has been found in various, you know, Indian cultures and Native American cultures, to be used for spiritual purposes of just enhancing mental clarity and enhancing and promoting a sense of spiritual clarity and well-being. So, if you're interested in hearing more about that and how I use it, please let me know in the description box below. The final herb that I want to highlight today, it's not really an herb, but it's used for a lot of medicinal reasons, and that is the Prickly Pear Cactus. What's that, right? It sounds weird. That's also native to my part of the country or world. It's particularly native to like Mexico and Southwest US, South America. However, it's also found in the Mediterranean, and this cactus is extremely high in vitamin C. Both the leaves, the plants, and the fruits can be used for tons of different purposes. So it's been known to treat diabetes, diarrhea, fatigue. Actually, people use it for hangover. It's treating high cholesterol. It's great in enhancing performance and also in weight loss, and it's an anti-inflammatory. So a lot of people will use the fruits and they'll eat them. They'll make candies, jams, jellies, syrups, juices, even alcohols, right? Which is going to be great for the tinctures. So that's something that I'm going to experiment with. I've planted a good amount of the prickly pear cactus in my backyard so that I can really try to experiment with using it to make alcohols for the tinctures, as well as I want to make some prickly pear cactus jams. And also you can use the pads and you can grill them with vegetables and other boiled or grilled vegetable dishes. A lot of people will make extracts from it, and that's what they use for the medicinal purposes. Then also the pulp and the juice is good for treating skin wounds and stomach swelling, digestive tract issues and urinary tract infections. And it can also be used, the gel can be used in making of like hair conditioner, you know, and some other natural beauty products. So I'm going to experiment with all that. I'm really excited about it. And the International Journal of Food Science and Nutrition, they actually reported that the prickly pear cactus is extremely high in calcium, potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus. And it also contains some essential fatty acids. So that is another reason why I am particularly interested in growing the prickly pear cactus and why I'm including it in these kind of mental health related herbs, because for people who are dealing with mental health related issues and disorders, it's quite common. I mean, this is not my own personal belief. This is quite common. It's been proven in reputable scientific studies that these people are often deficient in magnesium, in zinc, and potassium, right? Some of these very, very critical nutrients and vitamins that are essential for certain chemical processes to occur inside the body, which then produce the chemical effects in the brain that create those feel-good hormones, that create balance and harmony of both, you know, dopamine and serotonin and tryptophan and these types of chemicals and hormones, things that your body needs to feel good, to function, to sleep well. So anything that I can include in my diet that's rich and high in potassium and magnesium and zinc, you know, these B vitamins, this is really, really important to me. So with that being said, these are the herbs that I've chosen, guys, that I wanted to highlight in today's video. I'm very excited to share this with you. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked today's content. If you have any questions about my new mental health channel that I'm rolling out or about me and my journey, or my health coaching business and how you can utilize my services, please don't hesitate to head on over to my newly launched website, www.spendsmartlivehappy.com, and find out how you can contact me or leave me a comment below or shoot me an email. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you too can grow some medicinal herbs. Let me know what you grow and what you've found to use, and please don't forget to check out the description box below to get links to those other ladies' channels and see what herbs they're growing and what awesome insight they have for you. So thanks again, much love, keep being awesome, and as always, I'll catch you next time. Happy Friday the 13th. Peace.